Shut up and sit down.
Essay about death. Death essay for students and children in English. We are largely mindful of death and we know it will come to us, every one of us. To a significant number of us, passing cuts a chill down our spine, ridden with dread. However, to others it is ridden with quality and fulfillment of achievement. Luckily or tragically, we are completely sentenced to death. But there's an interesting thing: we don't know how the inevitable will strike to have a conversation. Not just how, we don't even have a clue on where and when it will happen, we just know this is inescapable. The most ordinarily short system for understanding the way toward lamenting and getting ready for death is the Dabda model. It states that person who is dying will progress through 5 stages. The stages are denial, anger, bargaining, depression and pain, and acceptance. The Dabda stages are based on the theory of Swiss psychologist Elisabeth Kubler-Ross. Researchers of the University of Michigan found that it is true that the brain is capable of acting for some time after we die. In that time, brain shows a flashback of life in a dramatic scene to the person. But it differs from man to man. Some people see a ray of light, some people see a spiritual scene. That is controversial over the world. We are all afraid of the loss of life for a proper reason, for it helps us continue to be alive. Who knows, perhaps if we weren't afraid to die, we would be all too keen to do it in case of little problems like that. We know death is a predictable thing, but still, when your loved ones passes away, you will be broken naturally. In that time, the person needs to cry out loud to express the misery. We need to gather support to cope with the situation. We can feel good remembering the good cherished memories, and in the end, we have to embrace the present situation of life. Otherwise, life will be difficult to lead. From a survey of 2017, we state that around 150,000 people die per day worldwide. Most of them know that they are at the end of their lives. But here I want to share a myth about death. The myth I want to introduce actually is not a myth. You can say it's empathy or condolence for that person. The myth says positive thoughts can delay nearly came death. But it doesn't affect. The development of explicit feelings doesn't change the way that demise is a natural cycle achieved by a mishap or sickness measures that have arrived at a final turning point. Our worldwide philosophy and religious views help us to lead a good life. That all philosophical facts of life start with karma and it stays with the soul after life. Philosophy says a soul never dies and takes birth with a new body and identity. We couldn't find any logical facts about death after life, but we can state that death is an entire genre of mystery. 10 lines on death essay in English. Death is the permanent cessation of all biological features that sustain a living organism. One of the main obvious indication of death is the point at which the eyes cover over as liquid and oxygen quit streaming to the corneas. Most of the time, the brain shows a flashback of life to the dying person before dying. Thanatophobia is called the fear of death. People need to consult a psychologist if the death fear is getting worse. When Thomas Edison died in 1941, Henry Ford captured his dying breath in a bottle. According to philosophy, a soul never dies. If a soul remembers his past life memory, it will be called transmigration. Scientists said the DNA or any factor links all souls of all over the world. Nearly 1,50,000 people die per day worldwide.